Hey guys, welcome back. Today is a bit of a different kind of setup how I'm doing this video. The title of the video is called The Pros and Cons of Working with Yourself. And obviously I could just give out my biased views, which I will. But I thought I'd make it a bit more interesting by just asking ChatGPT the pros and cons and then reading out what they're saying and actually giving you my honest feedback on what they're saying. When I'm calling them there, you know what I mean. ChatGPT. So pros, flexibility. You have the freedom to set your own schedule, allowing for better work-life balance. Yes, 100% true. This is great. And it actually is true, yes. You get to set, you can do whatever you want with your time. But you have to also remember that there is no one to blame. Back to the accountability side of things. So you have full flexibility. But at the same time, you can't escape your own mind. So your own ways of how you want your life to be. You're going to be very strict on yourself. So it's almost like it's way stricter than working for someone else because you can't actually escape your own mind. So yes, there is flexibility there, but you also have your own flexibility that you have to work around. So I'm not sure if that makes much sense, but it is a pro, but it also is a con at the same time. Creative control. You get to decide the type of projects you want to work on. This is true if you are established and are well known. But if you're just jumping into this, no, you do not have creative control. You take on whichever clients who'll pay you, and they'll tell you what to do. So yes, you can have creative control to a certain extent, but the client is in control at the end of the day. Like they'll listen to you for your advice, but especially when you're starting out and you're doing your smaller own projects, you don't have full creative control. And if you did, your clients wouldn't be very happy, and you probably wouldn't get much recurring work from them. So it is a pro, but there's also some truth there. Unlimited earning potential. Yes, there is no ceiling, but there is definitely a floor. So there is unlimited earning potential starting at $0. And yes, it's like any job. But there is a certain amount of time in the day, and there's a certain amount of work you can deliver. So there is a limit there. I sound like I'm being quite negative, but I'm just trying to make this as real as possible. Personal growth. Being your own boss requires a diverse skill set, encouraging personal and professional growth. Yes, of course. Like you're going to have growth no matter where you're going. If you're working for someone or if you're working for yourself. I guess one of it is a pro, but it's also a con because you are working for yourself. So you're not getting as much feedback from people. So you have to really get out there and get feedback from other people because you can get in your own little bubble and think you're amazing, or the opposite, think you're really crap. So that personal growth thing that's just an all-rounder. Definitely. Reduced commute. I guess it depends on your industry you're working in. If you are working from home, which a lot of people are anyway, that's definitely an advantage. Definitely. I haven't got much to say on that, sorry. Tax benefits. Yeah. That one there, I don't agree with. I'd say that's definitely not a pro. If you're working for yourself and you start a company, you're paying way more tax, company tax. In Australia, you got work cover, GST. You're paying way more tax. This is a con. And scalability, definitely you have the options to expand if you have enough work coming in. So if you've got heaps of work coming in, you can expand as much as you want. But that's an interesting one as well because you can expand too fast. And I've gone to that thing of hiring too many people and not having enough work coming in for a long period of time to actually be able to keep them on, and then you end up burning people. So I think it's one of those things where staying small and strong and growing as you grow is the best way of going about it. Now let's go to the cons and see if I can make them positive. Financial risk. Responsibility for the business's financial health falls solely on you. This can be a concern, especially if you're looking to get out of debt. I think there's definitely risk involved working for yourself. But I would flip that one and be like, there's risk involved because if you get sick, obviously you're not earning, you don't get your work days off. What do you call it? Sick days. I've even forgotten what they're called. then your holiday pay and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's risk that you can control. So if I work at a big agency, a big website agency, I'm getting my wage each week. It's fantastic. How do I know if that company is actually not about to just fall over? There's heaps of web agencies in my industry that fall over all the time. Businesses fall over all the time. And you only really know that if you're doing the books, if one of the directors, and you know it's happening. So as someone running your own business or working for yourself, you can project, you can see how many clients are coming in and how much work you got to do. Like you're in a bit more of a controlled state there. So I would say the risk is actually less on that one. Inconsistent income, yes, that's definitely one of them. I would say that is a con. But on the flip side of that, look, you're not going to get just say you're getting $1,500 a week. You're getting it no matter what when you're working for someone. You know, they're paying you while you go to the toilet. They're paying you while you have your birthday cakes, all that kind of stuff. It is inconsistent, but it's worth it. I honestly say it's worth it. Like you can, if you get enough clients and retainers, you've got that safety net that you're looking for that you get from a full-time job. So I would say it can be inconsistent, but it's definitely worth it. Work-life balance. This one's a tricky one. So I look at work and life as the same thing. So yeah, I've always been fighting with this angle here, where it's like I go to work, I'm this different personality type. I go home, I'm this different personality type. I switch off, I switch on. I don't think that's true. Like especially if you've chosen to go down the path of doing something you're really passionate about. I said the word passionate, sorry. Following that thing, you do goosebumps, your goosebumps thing. You don't just switch off about that. Like if you really care about what you're doing and you go home, like you're still thinking about that kind of thing. You're coming up with better ideas. You're coming up with other ways to do this thing and do that thing. Like I don't just switch off. So I look at life as it's just life. It's not work life, home life. I just have this life. I have 24 hours in the day, and in that time I do what I want. And I do, I see my family in the morning. I go into this workplace where I do what I get to. I love what I do, and then I go home and I'm with my family again. Then I love to play with my family. Like there's not me like going, oh, I'm at home now. Oh, I'm a father. Like you just have a certain amount of time in your day, and you get to choose what you do with that time. So yeah, the work-life balance. I don't think there is a balance. I think you just realize that you've got a certain amount of time on this earth, and you get to choose what you want to do with it. And yeah, we're going into philosophy here. Maybe I should have a philosophy section on this video series. Administrative overhead. You need to manage all the aspects of your business, including accounting, legal requirements, and marketing. Yes, when you first start out, I would definitely say do this. But you get to a certain point where, as a business owner, your time is very valuable. So, I would throw that number, if I'm talking Australian dollars, anywhere between $100 to $300 an hour. Your time is worth. Well, that's what you could be making doing something, project managing or getting a sale or doing some work. So if you look at your hourly rate being $200 an hour, if you're spending 2 hours a day on accounting or 2 hours a week on accounting, that's $400 a week that you're spent on accounting. So you can afford to pay someone $200 a week accounting or bookkeeping or marketing because it's way better use of your time. Yes, it is a cost that you could save, but you could be spending that time on something else. And as soon as you can flip the switch on that and see that you're like, oh, yes, my time is actually worth a lot of money, it really helps you grow your business. Lack of benefits. This one, I love this one. This one's great. Lack of benefits. So when they talk about this, they're saying you'll have to provide your own healthcare, retirement plans, and other benefits, which can be expensive. People talk about going on holiday. They got their holiday days and their sick days, and they got them all saved up and they're ready to go. I don't know why people don't realize that all those days of the holiday pay, the sick leave, all that kind of stuff, that's literally taken out of your hourly rate and out of your wages every day to make that, to use that. So it's like your boss is giving it to you. You have to I remember I had to email my boss, please, Squire, can I please go on a holiday, please? And they'd be like, let me check and see. Like, no, it's like I've given you my money out of my wage to have these holiday pays and sick pay, and you have to ask for it. But if you like having that, well, simply do it like this. Instead of paying, if you pay yourself a certain amount a week, if you pay yourself $1,500 a week or $2,000 a week, pay yourself $1,400 a week and take your own wage out, and then you can have your little holiday pay. And guess what? When you want to take it, you don't have to email anyone. You can just take it. So, lack of benefits? I don't think so. Learning curve. We're almost there. Thanks for hanging in. Learning curve. From acquiring clients to mastering SEO and marketing strategies, there's a lot to learn when running your own business. So obviously I'm reading this tailored for my business. But yeah, there's a lot to learn in every business. There's going to be heaps of stuff you're going to be bringing across that you already knew. And the reason you took the leap and you started your own business is because you believe in yourself and you back yourself already. So you already know your stuff. But there's always something to learn. And if you find yourself in a position where you've got nothing to do and there's nothing to do in your day job, or there's nothing to do in your work, then you've got some serious issues, because there's always something to do. Sales, marketing. If you've done all your projects, you need to be doing more marketing or sales to get more clients in. If you're not in that industry, if you're in a different industry, you should be working on yourself, getting fitter, getting healthier. If you're already super fit, super healthy, you got heaps of sales, then you should be out networking, or you should be reading up in your industry. There's always something to do. So yes, there's a learning curve, but there's a learning curve in any industry. Isolation. The last one's isolation. So working alone can be lonely. You'll need to make extra effort to network and stay connected with peers in your industry. Yeah, this one's definitely true, especially in the last couple of years, working from home. I think if you're an extrovert or an introvert, it doesn't really matter. I'm definitely an extrovert, and I didn't even know I was isolated. Like I just had like fake versions of being connected with people online. But you have to make an effort. You have to I'll write it on my calendar, reach out to 3 mates and try and book something, or book this or book that. Like you have to actually make that effort, because it's one of those things that creeps up on you as well. Like you don't realize you're actually isolated. But that's definitely a con of working for yourself, because you can, especially if you're following something you absolutely love, you'll just get stuck into it. You'll just be like, bang, 50-hour, 60-hour weeks have gone. You're like, what just happened? And you're in that flow state. So to get yourself out of that, it actually helps you get more energy. So I think there are pros and cons. I'm just trying to think of other pros and cons. There's things that I would say the pros outweigh the cons by like 90%. And I would say that I take them for advantage. I can't even think them as special, because I do them every single day. But it might be like planning, or just be able to stop and leave, like the flexibility side of things, just be able to go and watch a movie, or learn a new skill, or just stop everything I'm doing. For example, I love doing this. Just me, I will just look at everything I'm doing in my business, and I'll just be like, all right, what do I actually love about this? And which clients do I hate? They're all gone. Which clients do I love? Take them out to lunch. Look at my business for the next 6 months. Is it looking where I want it to go? It's not going in the right way. Just change it over. Let's do something different. I love doing that kind of stuff. For some people, that might be risky and scary. But I think the biggest thing for this is you're running the show. It's on you. The pros are you run it how you want to run it. The cons are there's risk involved, but the best thing in life are risky. So it's up to you. Do you want to play it safe and work at that company for the rest of your life, and they might fire you and give you a little cake? Or do you want to take the whole cake factory and start making your own cakes? What do you want to do? Take the leap. Let's go.